Hey, welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Amanda Lee, and I am here at the Blair Media Blitz at the Jaffa Shrine for the American Red Cross. Lots of people behind me are giving blood. Now, I have a guest with me, and her name is Susan Lucas. You can come on in here. And so your grandson is a cancer survivor, and 2 years ago, he was diagnosed. So can you tell us that story?
In the spring of 2017, he was diagnosed with brain cancer and ended up with 11 months of treatment and several blood products.
Okay, and so how was that with your family? How did that go?
Well, it's devastating news. No family should have to deal with this, especially with a child. And one of the most horrific things that occurred is Carson needed platelets. The doctors did not have a sufficient supply on hand. The hospital did not have a sufficient supply on hand, and the doctors had to decide which child was going to get the platelets and which child wasn't. And no family ever should have to deal with that type of a situation, and no doctor should ever have to make that decision.
So being involved with the Red Cross as heavily as you are, how did that impact you?
Well, I've always loved my job. I'm personally a platelet donor. We have a family of donors. My brothers all donate. And it just upped the ante a lot more because it hit very close to home. Somebody out there needs it.
So I know you do a lot here. So tell us all what you do, because you listed off a lot earlier.
I'm actually a phlebotomist in our apheresis department, and the apheresis department focuses on the collections of platelets. Platelets are most commonly used for cancer patients. They're the clotting factor of our blood, and the good news is you can donate them every 7 days. The bad news is they only have a shelf life of 5 days. So again, our need is constant. Our lab is like a revolving door. We collect them, we process them, and they're being shipped out to patients in need.
So there's a shortage right now of blood. So talk about how that is, how these people here are helping.
Well, we always have a need of all types of blood and blood products. So we are replenishing our supply with whole blood, and we are looking to get some new donors in our donor base for platelets and power red cells.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Susan, for sharing that with us. We're at the Jaffa Shrine here for the American Red Cross. Hey, Joe Murgo, how's the weather looking?